Sorry about all the part twos. I mean, I can't really help it. Let's keep going here. Lecter speculates that Starling hopes that saving Catherine will end the recurring nightmare she has of Lamb screaming, maybe trying to get like a bit of guilt off of her chest by finding Catherine and saving her. It's kind of a weird thing to come up with, but maybe. I mean, maybe there's something there with that. Maybe that's why she became an FBI agent, because her dad got killed. And there's so many of these bad things that kind of happened in her childhood that she wants to kind of prevent stuff like that from happening with other kids. Lecter returns the Buffalo Bill case files to Starling as Chilton arrives and has the police escort her from the building. So she's done talking to Hannibal Lecter. Things are gonna go left if they keep talking to him, because he's probably going to end up hurting one of them. Sorry, I'm not good at winking, but you get the point. Later that evening, Lecter kills his guards. One of them is graphically disemboweled. It's fucking gross. Escapes from his cell and disappears. So Hannibal Lecter has broken free. They try to handcuff him to the wall while they're giving him food. He has like a nail or like a piece of a pin. He like breaks the lock. It's crazy. Starling analyzes Lecter's file annotations and figures out that Buffalo Bill knew his first victim, Frederica Bimmel. She's kind of talking with the colleague about the whole situation. He's like, dang, he knows who this girl is. He didn't just kill random women. He knew who these people were. Starling travels to our Ohio hometown and discovers that Bimmel and Buffalo Bill were tailors. At Frederica's home, she notices unfinished dresses and dress patterns identical to the patches of skin removed from the victim. So yeah, Buffalo Bill definitely knew who this was, and that probably led to her demise. She phones Crawford and says Buffalo Bill is making a suit with human skin. Kind of disgusting, but it's probably true. We're going to figure that out when we go into the lair later. Don't you worry. It's pretty disgusting. Crawford is already en route to make an arrest, having cross-referenced Lecter's notes with hospital archives and finding a man named James Gum who believes he is transsexual but was deemed too insane to apply for a sex change operation. That's kind of his motivation to begin these killings, and it's kind of fucked up, but yeah, that is what it is. Origins of serial killers are pretty bleak most of the time. Starling continues interviewing Frederica's friends while Crawford and an FBI hostage rescue team storm Gum's address in Illinois, finding the house empty, so obviously they have the wrong address. Meanwhile, Starling goes to interview another person who knew Frederica. At the house, she meets Jack Gordon, but realizes he is Gum after spotting a death's head moth flying loose, so he pretty much blew his cover by letting moths out, so yeah. She pursues him into a cavernous basement and finds Catherine trapped in a dry well. This is kind of the third act. This is where shit kind of goes down. In a dark room, Gum stalks Starling with night vision goggles, but reveals himself by cocking his revolver. He had to load the gun to kill her anyway, so it was very fucking intense. I mean, my god. And obviously, Starling is the hero. Starling reacts quickly and shoots Gum dead, obviously taking her FBI job seriously. At the FBI Academy graduation party, Starling receives a phone call from Lecter, who is at a Bimini airport. So he's obviously escaped. He still hasn't been caught yet, and maybe that led to this franchise, really. He assures her that he has no intention of pursuing her and requests that she return the favor, which she says she cannot. She needs to continue to study this man. Lecter subsequently hangs up the phone because he is having an old friend for dinner. He trails a newly arrived Chilton into the crowd, so obviously he's probably going to kill Chilton, and that may or may not happen in the next film. Let's get into the... the critical response of this thing. The Silence of the Lambs was a sleeper hit that gradually gained widespread success and critical acclaim. So at first it wasn't that big of a movie, but now we know it's a great movie, and yeah. Foster, Hopkins, and Levine garnered much acclaim for their performances. Obviously, Hopkins and Foster are Starling and Hannibal Lecter. 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.8 out of 10. Director Jonathan Demme's smart, taut thriller teeters on the edge between psychological study and all-out horror, and benefits greatly from stellar performances by Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. 8.5 out of 10 on Metacritic, universal acclaim, A- on Cinema Score. Jodie Foster had a great acting career. I'm not sure about Anthony Hopkins. He might have. I don't really know of that many movies he's been in, but Jodie Foster for sure. The terrifying qualities of Hannibal Lecter, like, shown through on this film. The film